Hello, Heartbreakers, and welcome to HEARTCORE. So in today's class, it's going to be a foundational strength class. So we're doing all of the basic lunges that we would do at HEARTCORE at the studio. And it's also a mobility class. We're doing a lot of work on the hips, like split lunge, and we're doing some sumo squats as well. So we're going to be opening up your hips today, creating greater hip mobility. Okay, so for class today, you need to have your black cables that are attached to your back platform. And if you check mine out real quick, they are fitting towards my body. Okay, so you want them. I'm 5'4". All right, so this cable I took away, like it was much longer. The original packaging had much longer cables, but I modified it so that it would fit my body correctly. So definitely make sure that your cables, that they're not too long for you. So test that out before you take class. But yeah, what I pretty much did was I connected these two black things, and so it's just pretty short now. So you need the black cables off the back platform. And then you need to have your handlebars attached to your front platform. And those are the things that you need for class today. So Heartbreaker, thank you so much for joining me, and let's get class started. So we're gonna be starting off class on one black spring. And if that feels like it's too much, you can always be on one white spring. So we're starting off in the back of the machine, and we're starting off in a giant wheelbarrow, starting off in the one black. So it's gonna be definitely pretty challenging, but you can just keep the range of motion smaller. So let's get into it. So you're on one black spring, knees on the platform, hands at the side of the carriage. And we are gonna be in a kneeling push-up position starting off in this giant wheelbarrow. So before you begin to move, squeeze your butt, press your palms away. Again, anytime we're in wheelbarrow, we never wanna sink, right? That's when your wrists are not gonna feel too good. So press away, feel your rotator cuffs, the lats, triceps, big inhale, send the carriage out, exhale, pull your abs, pull it in like that. So feeling your lats right away, resisting this negative tension, resist, pulling it in. All right, so let's get into it. Relax your upper traps, relax your facial muscles, Heartbreaker. And every time you pull the carriage in, I want you to squeeze your lower abs and squeeze your pelvic floor muscles every time you exhale. Inhaling out, exhaling, pulling your abs in. So this is a core and upper body exercise all in one. So if you want to take it slow, just go 2 inches out, 2 inches in. If you are raring to go, you can send that carriage out, but keeping those shoulders down and using your entire core to pull the carriage in. All right, keep breathing, keep dropping your shins as well. And make sure as well that you're not letting your rib cage sink. You want to be zipping up your rib cage, okay? Last 10 seconds here. Squeezing the booty. Next up is King Cobra, okay? So bring your inner thighs squeezing together and holds the rung of your carriage that's closest to you, and with a neutral spine and a long tailbone, you're lowering your torso, your chest down, and then you're using your lats and your triceps and your rotator cuffs and your upper abs to pull the carriage all the way in. So every time you pull it in, shut that carriage to your platform. Big inhale, resist, and then exhale, pulling it in, and hold it and squeeze at the top. All right, so let's keep this moving here. Resist out, and make sure that you're not going so far that you're in a stretch. You want to be right before the stretch, and then you pull it in, okay? Pull it in. Big inhale out, resist it. And really actively resist, okay? I don't want to just let the carriage run away from me. I have to resist out like that. And every time you pull it in, I want you to exhale, squeeze your belly button and spine, and squeeze your pelvic floor muscles. Big inhale. Resist, warming up our upper body so we can have a really amazing posture when we're doing the fifth lunge coming up real soon. Resist, and pull pull. And make sure that your shoulders aren't up to your ears. You really want to think about dropping your shoulders. Okay? 10 more seconds. And hold it right here. Just iso holds right here, okay? So squeezing your rotator cuffs. Good. And relaxing your face, relaxing your upper traps. Keep big inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Squeeze your abs as hard as you can, okay? And coming up, we're gonna be taking it to a double time to work our fast twitch muscle fibers. That is coming up. Okay, so last 10 seconds of holding it until we have our double time. And remember that when we're in double time, your spine needs to stay neutral and you want to be keeping your core activated, and you're going to do that with your breath, okay? So let's get into double time. So out, in, inhale out, exhale in. It's out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Spine neutral. Make sure you're not rounding your upper spine. Out, in, out, in. Inhale out, exhale in. Inhale out, exhale in. Last 10 seconds, warming up the back of your body. Inhale out, exhale in, out, in, and hold in. And we're gonna take it to some elbow pulls. The big inhale through your nose. Exhale, squeeze your lower abs. Squeeze it. And we got elbow pulls. So torso more parallel, bend your elbows in, resist the tension right back out. So pull it in, resist out. So this is working triceps, okay? It's in, it's out. It's in, it's out. Last 15 seconds, okay? Inhale out, exhale, squeeze your pelvic floor muscles. Inhale out, exhale, squeeze it in. So close. Out. Last couple seconds in. And hold it in one more time. And let it go. Okay, heartbreakers. So next up, we're going to be taking it to fifth lunge on the right leg. So if you're not already on it, make sure you're on one black spring. And we're going to now come to the back. So this is the back of the machine facing the front. And I want you to grab your black cables, and we're going to start with the right leg, all right? So step your right foot on the carriage, left toe, I like to have it at the rung of the back platform. And all we're doing is we're going to be bending the right knee, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down to about 90 degrees. And then your right heel smashing through your carriage. Your abs are sucking the carriage in, and you're rising to the top. Okay, so let's do this. So big inhale. Resist, resist, resist. And make sure to keep your shoulder blades together, okay? A lot of times when I teach this, I'll see the upper back rounding, and we don't want to do that, right? A big part of core stability, shoulder stability. So make sure you're squeezing your shoulder blades together the entire time. And you want to be feeling your right booty, your right hamstring, and your right calf resisting, and then your right heel smashing your carriage. And I want you to feel your lower abs sucking the carriage and the negative tension in. Okay, big inhale. Resist. Make sure that your right and left hip are evenly squared off to your front platform. Again, when I teach this move, I'll see the back hip open. And why do people do that? It's just easier, right? So just be very vigilant that your hips are squared off. Resist it, resist it, resist, actively resist that tension. Ooh, almost fell off there. Okay. Yeah, let's keep going, okay? So your right heel is smashing through your carriage. And make sure as well that your torso and your back leg are aligned the whole time. All right. That's how the best way to activate the right booty and the core at the same time. Last 10 seconds, all right? Resist. Feel your lower abs slowing down the carriage. And then feel the entire back of your right leg and your abs sucking the carriage in. And now let's take it to our mid angle hold, and just hold it right here. So your neck is hovering on top of your right knee. Your booty's popped up. Just hold it here, okay? And breathe. Okay, so we're holding it right here and we are prepping for our moonwalker. So moonwalker comes from this mid-angle hold, all right? So your right heel smashing, your right knee is hovering on top of your right ankle the whole time. And all we're gonna do next is bend the back knee, bring the tailbone back, and we're pushing off with our left toes. Pushing off with your left toes, extending out, keep your shoulder blades squeezing together, and you're just driving your right heel in, tucking in your left knee. So breathe it out, inhale out, exhale, squeezing your abs in. You're watching for your left hip, making sure both hips are squared off evenly. And again, for the moonwalker, you have to have your neck hovering on top of your right knee the whole time to really appropriately access the right booty, okay? Tuck it in, 20 more seconds, right? Inhale out. It is burning. It should be really burning the back of your right leg. Dig your heel in. Woo, resist it. Just pure strength training back here off the back of the machine. Last seconds here. Inhale out, exhale, squeeze your pelvic floor muscles. Ooh, and let's take a break for a second.